I had a whole other video I was planning on releasing for you today, but something is really on my heart, and I'm hoping this message reaches whoever it needs to, right? Whoever needs to hear this. It's a bit of a hot take, actually, and I'll be curious if you can relate. But it's something that I am just more and more passionate about, something I have so learned the hard way, something that has broken my heart, and I see going on for so many of my coaching clients. Almost every single one of them has this same problem, and then we fix it, and I know now how much better I am because of the changes too. So if you are new, big welcome. I'm Amber with Solutions for Simplicity, and I am so passionate about helping busy, overwhelmed women make more time for who and what they love, whatever that is for you. All right, the hot take is that you have to have your own identity above and beyond your beautiful vocation as a wife and a mother. I completely lost myself after having kids. Please let me know in the comments if you can relate. I think it's so easy to do. And again, I just see it over and over with my clients that we all have these beautiful aspirations of really loving and serving our families. And we are so overjoyed with our kids, as hard and exhausting as motherhood is. But then we tend to have what I'm now going to refer to as a martyr mentality. We think that somehow our needs aren't as important as everybody else's, and that we're selfish for making time for ourselves. And then we think things like, I'll just list off a bunch of the false beliefs that I used to have, which is that I'm the only one who can really take care of my kids, that I should be with them 24/7, that I shouldn't want to do anything but be with them 24/7. Things like, it would be awful to put them in childcare, or then the fact that I needed to because I work and my family is dependent on my income. The mom guilt was so vicious. I just thought that I was completely failing my kids because I was needing someone else to help me and take care of them. And then it made me try and compensate all the more by wanting to then spend every other free moment that I could with them. And then you add on to that how much moms do to grow the kids, nurse the kids, get up with the kids at night. We're always thinking about them. We are always carrying the weight of what they're thinking of and what problems they're having. Like, we are the emotional regulators of our families. And then if you, like me, work outside the home, you feel that constant stress and pressure that you've got to keep up with those work demands, and people are depending on you for things, but then your brain is so consumed with everything else, and it's like there is just never enough of you to go around. So of course, the first thing to go and the last thing you ever think you have time for is your physical health, your mental health, your passions and hobbies, and whatever it is that brings you joy. So, I completely put myself on the back burner, and I kept thinking that it didn't matter and that I just wanted to give everything to everyone else until I totally burned out. Those of you that have been around know my backstory, and that I got suicidal because I had just gone so far into that dark place where I had lost who I was, any sense of myself apart from being a wife and a mom and a professor, and was so overwhelmed with it all, and just got to the horrible place where I thought everyone would be better without me, because no matter what I did, it felt like it was never enough. And I really did put myself on hold for the first 6 or 7 years after becoming a mom. It was the worst right around 1 to 2 years in. And if you're not aware, I had, 2 kids in under 2 years, and then 3 kids in 4 years, ultimately 4 kids in 7 years. And I love them. Oh my gosh, if you're a mom, you know that nothing compares. And yet you also have things that are your unique gifts and talents. And I put some of those on hold. I just couldn't, I wasn't even thinking about them. But once I started realizing that I had lost my identity, I wanted to reclaim it. And I started making a little bit of time for things that brought me some joy and excitement, things that challenged me. It doesn't take a lot of time. I'm adamant on this channel that little bits of time add up to so much over time. Even just 15 minutes a day is more than 90 hours over the course of a year. But it's so easy to forget ourselves and to think that you're not worth it or that you are horrible for wanting time for yourself. And then really, I just see so many people that don't even know where to begin because like, what would they even spend time on? They've forgotten the things they used to enjoy, and that just feels so far from their current reality. And so maybe it is just about carving out time to explore what you want and what you're good at, or trying something new, or really just making time for your health, your friends, your hobbies, anything. It doesn't have to be a big, huge goal the way that now I have really developed big dreams about growing my business and how much I love making these videos for you, how honored I am to be a coach and help my clients. And it just energizes me so much. Here is the most important point. What I have learned and what the research very conclusively points out is that we as women, and especially as moms, are significantly better for our families and for everyone we're loving and serving when we prioritize ourselves. Not in a selfish way, right? Not neglecting your responsibilities at all, but it's not a trade-off. It doesn't have to be either or. I know it feels that way. And just by default, like, the kids are always coming to you with their problems, and you probably see more things that need to be done than maybe your husband. And you again are like the one that carries the emotional stuff that your family is going through. Your brain is consumed with so much, and you're trying to keep the house up, and you're trying to manage all of the invisible labor that you always do. That stuff is going to be there, right? It doesn't disappear. But what the research is very clear about is that mothers' mental health, mom's happiness, is essential for their family's well-being. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? Like, give me a big thumbs up if you know that, if you've experienced that, or if you just want to believe it, even if it doesn't feel true right now. I challenge you to make this a year where you start to rediscover yourself, where you do carve out a little bit of time for you and whatever you want to explore, whatever starts to bring you joy. Again, it doesn't have to be a big goal. But a couple of things I would always recommend is that you plan that time in on the calendar, make it a non-negotiable appointment, get creative, because we as moms are almost never gonna have those big chunks of time that we dream of, and it's always gonna feel like you can't get away and things are worse after you're gone. I definitely have experienced that. But you have to keep that appointment as a non-negotiable time for yourself. A little bit goes a long way. You definitely benefit from having others that are cheering you on, holding you accountable, some sort of structure so that you're not alone as you do this. This is why I want to build our community here on YouTube. I want us to be able to uplift and encourage each other to make ourselves more of a priority and to stop being such martyrs. And remember that being our best selves is what's best for our family. Okay? Your family wants you. They want the best version of you. They want you to be happy. And when you are happy, then you are able to give in a way that you can't when you're exhausted and depleted and bitter and resentful and lonely and all the horrible things. I hope you've never experienced that, but I'm more than willing to bet you have, especially if you've made it this far in my ramble. I mean, again, this is a hot take. I think there are a lot of women that still, I don't want to say still, right? Because maybe, again, we just have different beliefs. But I know that there are women who believe that being a homemaker and being exclusively a mom is what they are called to do. And I love that for them. I think that is a way of doing what energizes you. But remember that we are all different. We are all given different gifts and talents. We are all called to serve in different capacities. And so if you, like me, are working outside the home or working from home or dreaming of starting a business or doing anything else for you that would quote unquote detract from the time you are there as a homemaker and as a mother or a wife, like, it doesn't have to be a trade-off. And this is just an appeal for you to search your heart, to know you are not alone, but then a plea to please promise me you will make time for yourself this year. Join me in doing that, because there are always obstacles that come up. It's so much easier said than done. But I hope you can see from my example, and I hope you can find others in your life that are pursuing their goals and their passions and are better for it and are better for their families because of it. If you are looking for people to cheer you on and you want to be part of a community of like-minded women that are prioritizing themselves and their dreams, then you are so invited to check out my Goal Slayer Gals community. We are an amazing group of women that are going after all kinds of different goals, big, small. We declare new ones every month, and we're just incredible friends who check in with each other. We've got great accountability mechanisms. We inspire each other. We have friendly competition. We have prizes. We do tracking challenges. And it's all based on the research I have done into what is scientifically proven to help you reach your goals and have more success, whatever that means to you, right? You're the only one that gets to define that. But please, friend, please, this year, make more time for you. All right, I will let you be. And again, if you can relate, please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And I will be back soon with more regular content. But this was just really on my heart today. If you're looking for tips on how to make more time for you and your goals, then again, link in description for my Goal Slayer Gals group, and jump into these videos for some very actionable, helpful advice. Have a great day.